Hi, today we're going to learn about the element of space, and you're going to look at a positive and negative space image, and you're going to create the negative space of that design. Then you're going to create your own positive and negative space composition, and if you haven't already, you need to watch that basic tools video to learn how to create shapes, how to draw lines, how to duplicate and flip and fill different shapes, because you'll need to know all of that in order to do these slides. So on this one, what we're doing is we're doing a positive and negative space composition, okay? So what I did was I created that shape, and then what I'm going to do is fill it with white. One is black, one is white. In a note-ton activity, you're going to create a design, and it's going to have the same shape in each quadrant, only flipped, okay? So let me show you what that looks like. On the next slide, it's going to give you a bigger note-on activity space. You're going to create a shape in white, and then you're going to click on drag it to duplicate it and fill it with the opposite color. So in this case, black. All right. Then you're going to go to your next quadrant, and you're going to draw a shape that is on the right-hand side filled with white. And then you're going to hold down Alt or Control and drag it over to duplicate it, and then you're going to flip that one and fill it with black, and you're going to do that on each of those four quadrants. All right, then you're going to look at an example painting by Paul Cézanne and read about how to create space on a two-dimensional surface, and then you're going to draw a design that demonstrates how to create that three-dimensional space. So for example, overlapping objects, okay? That's one way to create space on a two-dimensional surface. So this is a design that I created that shows how overlapping objects create depth, all right? So the darkest one looks like it's in the foreground. The lightest one looks like it's in the background because they're overlapping. You're also going to do it based on size, right? So bigger objects are going to appear closer. Smaller objects are going to appear further away or further in the distance, right? And that creates depth on a piece of art. And then next you're going to use value. So value is shading, right? So things that are darker are going to appear in general to look like they're further, closer, and then things that are lighter are going to appear like they're further away. All right, so as things go further into the distance, they get lighter, all right? And a lot of times you use all of these in combination. As you can see, we used overlapping objects, we used size and value really in this design. Vanishing point is basically where something that is vanishing off into the distance or the horizon. The horizon is where the sky meets the land. It gets smaller as it reaches the horizon line, and that's called a vanishing point, just like you can see what I'm doing in the example. And I'm also going to show you in this design how you can add objects along that vanishing point, and they're going to get smaller as they recede into the distance, right? As they get closer and closer to the vanishing point. So that makes it look like there's lots of depth. Placement. So placement in the lower part of a piece of art is going to appear closer. Things that are placed higher in the picture plane are going to appear further away. And then you're going to do a short answer. Read the question, and then you're going to answer based on this painting by Paul Cézanne. And finally, you're going to create your own design showing the illusion of space. What I'm showing you is just an example. You want to create your own design, and I have no doubt that your design is going to be way, way better than mine because I just was doing mine quickly to show you an example of what you can do, okay? You can do so much more than this. But what you're going to do basically is combine everything you've learned about ways to create space on a two-dimensional surface You're going to combine all of that knowledge, and then you're going to create your own scene. So we're doing size here, and we're going to do value. So it's going to be lighter in the distance, darker as it gets closer to the front or to the foreground. And then we're going to do, I think, Vanishing Point next. I didn't like the way I did that one, so I'm going to do it as a polyline where you just click to create a shape. That's a really cool tool, and that's in the basic tools demonstration as well. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to go in fast motion a little bit on this one to finish up my scene. And then you're going to grade yourself by dragging the box over, duplicating the box, and filling in where you think that you did on the assignment, and turn it into your teacher.